We're Val and Nuri, and we're spending our time in quarantine renovating our tiny home on wheels in the beautiful Appalachian Mountains. In this silly tutorial, we'll show you how we transformed our regular bug screens into the ultimate no-seam bug screens.
This a little slightly bigger, because when I put this, I don't have any in where it's connecting in the fan. There is nothing that tightening it up.
We can sew it. I can hand sew it.
On this?
Yeah, on the screen.
Huh.
It should work.
It should, yeah.
Let's see why not.
Yeah, just around the edge. You can do a circle hand setting. That's good. Yeah, that's a good idea.
The screens we had already for the fan and the skylight in the kitchen window, it keeps out most bugs, but not the really tiny no-seams. We've had trouble keeping those out, so we're trying to put some smaller netting, finer netting around it to keep the no-seams out.
This is like, you can see it's very white.
Yeah, it's the tiny bugs can't get in. And
this
then
is like super fine.
Yeah.
And in each, whatever you see, in among them there is more division. So
yeah, it's very tight there. So we're trying to figure out the best way to apply it to the surfaces and make them stay, make sure they're secure.
I cut this to the size already. I think the fastest way for this is just using the Gorilla Tape, but the Gorilla Tape is super wide, so I need to cut it in half. So first we're gonna have this lined up. So this part will be the one visible to us, so probably better to have it nice and straight. And this is the top. I'll just pull it so it is super tight.
We're not gonna see this part.
Now it will hide into the little edge. See these watches. She's learning.
Taking notes for her own van one day. She's gonna travel by herself. Solo female traveler.
Cool thing is this is probably gonna be better than the original, because the original had some gaps.
Oh, good. We'll fill some gaps in.
Yeah.
That's good. So we have this screen here, and we need to figure out how to get the no-seam screen on it.
So I think it has to be like a secondary thing, like a velcro maybe, that we can take it out and put it around this ledge right here. I don't know, that's
Okay, so we need to do some velcro
yeah.
around
So you're gonna do some edging.
the edge.
Yeah, and then
Do we have velcro?
There are some. It's in that step row.
This one?
All the way bottom to the left.
Okay. Velcro.
So this is the hard part because it's super tight. So hopefully we can get this in. took me a little while to get it out. Yeah, cool. Since we put this thing, it's becoming harder.
Since we put what?
Put the tape. Tape made some thicker.
It's just gonna be harder.
Just stick this in to the wedges right here in between. I'm gonna have to do some pressure with a knife or something. It's supposed to be tighter than this because this needs to go in, but we can't get it in, so I think this will do it too, because as long as there's no gap, no problem.
No gap, no problem.
I think this should do it. I'll have to put some tape right here. I see some light coming in. Since this didn't fit flush, I see some gap right here. But everywhere else seems to be good. Yeah, now
Awesome!
I can have to open that up.
Yay! Now we can open the window and the no-see-ums shouldn't be able to come in. So, let's see. That should be enough Velcro for the skylight, but we'll find out. And now we need to take some measurements. Gotta find out how big we want the screen to be. It's hot! The opening's about 16 by 24.5 inches. I think I'll cut a screen that big. Actually, I need the Velcro. Gotta get the Velcro. I'm gonna cut the screen a little bigger, like 1 inch on each side, a little bigger, just to make sure it's gonna fit with the Velcro and everything. I'm gonna go see if it fits. I'm going to measure out and apply the Velcro to the opening first, and then I'll go from there. Alright, so I have the other side of the Velcro on the long side of the screen of the net. So now we're gonna see if it's gonna fit. So I attached the long sides, and so far it's working pretty good. So we just need to get the other two sides attached and be good to go. Double screen. Hopefully that keeps the no-see-ums out.
Try opening the skylight. Yeah.
Cool. Now we just need to do the fan. I'm gonna sew the fan one on. I don't know. Hopefully that works. When I was looking for a needle and thread to sew the other one, I found this in my grandma's sewing basket, and now we can put it to use. We don't have to order any more Velcro. Isn't that great, Sadie? Look what I found.
Velcro?
Yeah.
I found it.
You found some too? Okay.
Okay.
Now we can complete the project. Alright, we got all 4 sides covered in Velcro, and now let's test it out. Wow, it's pretty perfect. Alright, we got our screen in. It's just about perfect. So if we want to close and open the skylight, we just peel this. Well, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, the other thing is, if you wanna, sometimes if you don't wanna have it on and you wanna see the sky, it's like a curtain. Maybe take this much of it out and
Yeah.
just have it like this, maybe.
Yeah. Can just hang out.
Yeah. I'll just put it like this.
Yeah. And I guess we don't even really need this one.
Yeah.
Because it's got the bigger holes in it.
Yeah.
But if they can't pass through this, then they...
If they pass, and they will easily pass into this.
Yeah, if they can pass through that, they can easily pass through that.
Yeah.
But if they can't pass through this, we don't need that. There we go.
Exactly.
And we can close that once to block it. Cool.
Yeah.
So we got that one done, that one done. Now we need the fan and these. We're gonna have to order more to put on these big guys. But almost there, halfway done. Almost done. Now I'm gonna sew the little circle net on the fan. Hello everyone, it's been about 2 weeks now since we last did our netting, and we got some more netting for the curtain part. So that's what we're gonna try to get done today. I'm gonna do some filming.
Okay, what are we filming?
The netting for the curtain.
Oh, this?
Yes, that.
Oh, you want me to go put some clothes on? Do you wanna cut this? So we'll put on the, because we're gonna make a shelf. You wanna do that later?
Yeah, I'll measure it later. I can just measure the distance of the door. Like however long the door is, I guess that's how long we'll make the screen.
Yeah.
After we take it out. So you gotta take all the pins out first.
Yep. The hardest part is this. Like having this here.
Not drinking it?
Yeah. Having that there and looking at me. Right, you ready? The fun part?
To take it off?
Yeah.
Yes.
Some sexy music.
Cue sexy music.
What, you're looking at my butt?
No. Definitely not checking out your butt.
I have my woody pants. Alright, I took it off. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I mean, the net is ready, not me.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Alright, so I got the curtain screen laid out in the living room, and I'm gonna measure it and cut it, possibly, because we might be putting a shelf above where the door is. So we're gonna need the screen to be shorter. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to manage that and still make it look okay. So first I'm gonna measure the door frame and then cut this accordingly. So I'm going to take about 8 inches off the bottom here, and I'm gonna cut some of it off, like the 8-inch part off, and I'll try to get this bottom part off, this little border. If I can do that, then I'll be able to attach it to the new bottom and make it still look seamless and nice. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, that was pretty easy. I took this little band off the bottom, and luckily the stitching was pretty far apart. It wasn't super tight, so it was pretty easy to get it undone. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this side and see if I can sew this back on before I attempt the other side, just to make sure it's gonna work out. Okay, I ran into a little bit of a problem. I didn't make sure that the magnets were out of the way before I started cutting. So I found out that where I'm trying to cut, there's a long magnet right here. And it's kind of where I want to cut is like right in the middle of it. So should I cut above it, make it shorter, or this way? I'm thinking make it shorter. So it's just going to be a few inches shorter than I anticipated, but I'm sure it'll still be okay. So we're all cut now, and as far as putting the no-seam net on, I think I'll cut it out and see if I can sew it on the sewing machine around the edges. Not sure if that's gonna work yet, but hopefully it does. And then if it all works out, then at the bottom I can wait till I have all this on before I put the band back on. So this will help keep it like all together and in place at the bottom. But of course, since this is already attached, I'm not gonna bother taking it off. But since this is already detached, I can, attach it later. Inside, so when you're in the van, you can't see it. Now I'm gonna pin it down. how it's turning out so far. I just sewed along the edge where the Velcro strip is instead of on the actual net, and it worked out just fine. Like, the sewing machine seemed to be able to handle it, and so far it looks really great. And I'll just go around the rest of the edges. Okay, so I cut off all the excess green on these sides so that the Velcro can Velcro do its thing. Now I'm going to attach this band on the bottom here. So first I'll pin it and then sew it in place. I'm super happy with how it's turning out so far. This side is done. Now I just gotta do the other side. It's nighttime. I didn't get done with it before the sun went down. But we have plenty of light here. So we're just gonna move the Velcro lower somewhere because we might be putting a shelf up here. Like a little shelf that kind of angles out a little bit.
Yeah, this will usually gonna look nicer too. It's just gonna wrap around.
Good.
Will flow much better. Do it as I go.
Don't you need to wait till the thing is in? Till this is on?
Ah, you're right.
You're getting a little ahead of yourself there.
Yeah. Indeed. It's funny.
Humans are funny.
We need to open the door later to fix up what's going on.
Okay, so we'll have to wait till you can open the door tomorrow before we can really get it on there.
mean, I can still try to put it here. We're probably gonna do the...
It's already working a lot better because when it was hanging from the top, it was kind of pushed out a little bit.
Yeah.
And we want it to be pushed in as much as possible just to make sure we maximize this space as much as possible. And so we wanted it to be in further anyway, and it looks like it's already doing that a little bit.
Yeah, we may not need magnets.
Maybe. But we thought about like getting magnets and pushing it even further inside here and here. Even just that much makes it feel more open. Was when you're working with such a tiny space, every inch counts. Every inch makes a difference.
Fix it up tomorrow morning.
It
Looks like a
great.
perfect height and perfect placement.
Good. I had to cut it a little shorter than I wanted to because of where the magnets were. But it looks perfect.
Yeah.
It turned out really great so far. I'm so excited. Is it too short?
Could have been a little taller than that.
Yeah. Well,
Because we want to make sure there's no room underneath.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So the magnet was in the middle.
Yeah, it was right in the middle.
Were you not able to like break the magnet? Like, I don't know, like cut the magnet?
I don't know.
These magnets should be like cuttable.
Oh, I thought it was hard.
Even with a scissor, you should be able to cut it.
Oh.
I mean, the magnets that I grew up with, these flexible ones should be easy to cut.
Well, I just assumed it was hard because I'm used to hard magnets.
Yeah.
And now I know now that it's too late, but
It's great though. I mean, I just not sure how we're gonna be liking that much space. If you bring everything down, this is just hanging a little bit up.
well, maybe the bugs won't come underneath.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We will see.
So some residues,
Yeah,
Well-
we're gonna repaint all this anyway.
most of it.
Yeah, gonna do the glossy gloss.
Cool.
Yeah. I sewed the no-seam screen on the old screen super glue on the end just to make sure it stays because I didn't know how to secure it, but it worked out really well. So the project is complete. We got the no-seam on the kitchen window, the skylight window, the fan, the nuri.
So you wanna show how this looks?
Well, I already showed it
You did?
earlier. Yeah, we're good.
Cool.
And dun, da, 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 the curtain, which looks fabulous. But Nuri wants me to extend the bottom a little bit, so I might end up doing that. But otherwise, it's all done. On to the next project.